Maybe you live in Pattaya. Lucky people. Maybe you're coming on holiday to Pattaya, spending lots of money. Even better. But when you come here, you want things to go well. You want a nice holiday. You want a nice retirement, whatever. And sometimes, you know, things go wrong or you feel you've got ripped off or something. What you need is Mr. Egg's 10 Pattaya hacks. 10 things that are going to make your life better here in the land of smiles. Are you ready? I thought so. Let's go. And we're off with number one, and it's all to do with service in bars. Now, hopefully, you will always receive good service. The waiting staff are very attentive, and they come to you when you need a new drink or when you actually get into the bar. You are served, you get your order taken pretty quickly. But, as everybody knows, this is Pattaya, this is Thailand. A lot of the times we don't hire the service staff for their service qualities. We try and develop them. Maybe they're extra good looking and we just want them served as a nice pretty face to look at in the bar. So, what do you do if you're in a bar and you can't get any service? Well, a couple of people I know have one of these. Now, I know there are a lot of bars that have these. These are called service bells. And you might have seen them maybe on 40 Towers or at a hotel. You go in and there's nobody at the front desk. They're probably in the backs doing something. And you press that and they come out and they can hear that. It's an audible sound. If a bar doesn't have one, I know two people that use this hack. They actually take one themselves. They're available. They're only about 150 baht and they're from Friendship Supermarket. There's also, if you go to anywhere that stocks equipment for bars, I can think of a shop opposite Dicey O'Reilly's on 2nd Road that sells these bells. Take one there, put it down and ring it if you're not getting any service. Now, I know a few bars that have taken these out, and I've heard from Thai people that say that they don't really like this because it's almost like whistling for a dog when you ring the bell. But of course, the customer is king. So, hack number one, if you're in a bar that doesn't have a bell, bring your own. So we're standing outside the bank and you might think that this life hack is to do with money. Well, it kind of is, but it's more to do with romance and trying to meet a member of the opposite sex. Ladies, and this happened in Bangkok. My friend said this was an absolute foolproof hack and it worked 100% of the time. If he saw a lady that he liked, say in a shopping mall or a restaurant, he would approach her, start talking to her and then say, could I give you my phone number? And she would obviously say yes. He'd pull out a pen and then he would try to find a piece of paper. And hey presto, what piece of paper would he find in his back pocket but an ATM slip? Now, I just got an ATM slip rather aggressively. I think it's the most aggressive ATM I've ever seen. It spat it out at me. But you can get a balance of your ATM, or even if you make a big withdrawal, and I'm talking 20,000, 40,000 baht, 50,000 baht from an ATM, you can get a withdrawal slip that says how much money is in your account or how much money you have withdrawn. It doesn't have your account details, by the way, but there you go. And what he used to do is he used to turn it on the back and write his number on the back of the ATM slip, and the girl would take it. And you know, I'm convinced that pretty girls who work in shopping malls probably get 10 or 20 phone numbers every day. And she would look at this one and then of course curiosity would get the better of her. She would turn it round, see that this guy was seriously minted, and would definitely give him a call. He said it worked every time. This next life hack is all about bartering, and it's basically about trying to get a cheaper price. And the truth of the matter is, if you get a Thai to haggle for you instead of yourself being a foreigner, you will get a cheaper price. And that, unfortunately, is just a fact here in Thailand. So if you come to a market like this and you see maybe a shirt or whatever that you like, and you think it's a little bit pricey, get your Thai partner to haggle the price down, and that will happen. And it's not just here in markets. You can do it with things like hotels, going to tourist spots and destinations. You will be able to get a cheaper price sometimes if a Thai will approach the person and haggle for you. Also, of course, big things like renting a car, renting a motorbike, renting a condo. Get a Thai to haggle the price for you, and you will find that the price will come down. Now, there is one very important thing to say, is that you can't haggle over everything here in Thailand. Don't go into Central Department Store or Big C and start haggling over the prices there, because you simply won't do it. But in places like markets or places where there's small independent traders, politely haggling is acceptable, and always get your Thai partner to do it, because you should get it cheaper. Another little good idea and a life hack coming to Thailand from a foreign country. There are several ways that you can bring money. These days you can use your credit card quite safely in places like My Bar, Pub and Milk and other places. You can even use Apple Pay, Google Wallet, quite a lot of places. But a lot of people these days simply bring cash from their own country. And here's a tip: if you do bring cash, make sure it's of a high denomination. So we're talking about UK pounds. It would be £50 notes, because at some exchange booths you will get a different exchange rate if it's a higher denomination. So if it's a £50 note, you will get a higher exchange rate, not much, but a little bit, than you would for a £20 or a £10 denomination. And don't forget, if you do bring any cash, make sure it's unmarked, it's not ripped or torn, and it's a perfect copy. It's a perfect sample of that money, because otherwise it won't be accepted. The next life hack is a little bit personal, and it's all about condoms. But not just any ordinary condoms, free condoms. Now you're interested, aren't you? As you know, it's very good to practice safe sex. Hold on, how many kids? I've got 3 there. And I love them all, right? But if you're looking to get some free condoms, you can do it here at Bali High Pier. But they can only be given to a person with a Thai ID card. So it has to be a Thai lady. So if you're with a Thai lady, maybe make some kind of excuse to come here down to Bali High Pier, and then you can get her to put her Thai ID card number in, and you can get free condoms here at Bali High Pier. You don't have to go to Bali High to do it, but here's a tip: if you do that, don't forget, when you come to Bali High, lots of hawkers around here, they will ask if you want to go to the island for 50 baht, 100 baht, or a speedboat for 150 baht. A good little tip, and this is just not really a hack but a little bit of advice: just walk down all the way down to the pier. Once you get to the pier, you go inside the boat, and the fare is only 30 baht. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Phil, how can we achieve a body beautiful like yours? Well, it's going to take a long time and a lot of hard work and dedication. But the answer is, of course, keeping fit and exercise. And if that is your thing, then here's a little life hack that I've got. As you can see, I've changed clothes and it's changed location, because I'm here on Pratamnak Hill, and every evening here about 5, 6, 7 o'clock, it gets very, very busy with people exercising on a circuit that goes around the temple here, the Wat Pattaya, or the Temple of the Large Buddha. It's here on Pratamnak Hill. It's easy to get to, and of course it's free. The track is about 3/4 of a kilometre, and there are all sorts here. But during COVID, there are a lot of young ladies in tight lycra. There's not that so many now, in fact. There's a very nice boy just gone by. But it's a nice place to come and socialise and keep fit as well. It's a great thing to do if you're looking to have a body beautiful like me. We're back at the bank for this next life hack here in Pattaya, and this is to do with if you have a bank here in Thailand, whether with Bangkok Bank or any of the other banks, and you try and make a withdrawal in another province. So for example, Pattaya is in Chonburi province. If you go to Bangkok, it's considered to be another province, and if you make an ATM withdrawal or you try and pay for something on your card, there will be an extra charge put on because you're in a different province. But, and here's the life hack, if you download the banking app and you either scan a QR or you pay by transferring money to another account of somebody else's account for another bank or the same bank, you won't be charged that amount. So avoid those bank charges. Make sure that you get and download the iBanking app for your bank. Use it and you'll avoid a lot of charges if you're traveling around Thailand. You've caught us on our company transport again. Yeah, we can't afford a taxi. How much? We're on a BART bus. And here's a little life hack about BART buses. Never stop the BART bus and ask the taxi driver how much is the fare to wherever you're going. Just don't do it. Try and follow the grid system that the BART buses use, which is one way along Second Road, one way along Beach Road, where the majority of places that you're going to want to go are, and then there are taxis that go up and down South Pattaya Road, North Pattaya Road, and Pattaya Glang or Middle Pattaya Road. Just use those. Get yourself on the BART bus where you think you want to go. If you're going the wrong way, you can get off and get another one and just pay 10 baht. Or if the taxi driver, the BART bus driver, decides that he's now going to turn your public vehicle into a private hire, and trust me, this happens all the time. I even got booted off my own BART bus the other day. Then you'll get off without having to pay a fare, so you'll get a free taxi ride. So don't ever haggle or talk to the driver. Just get on the BART bus and look as though you're confident and you'll know what you're doing. And here's another quick piece of advice about BART buses. If you're trying to flag down a BART bus and you see one where the front axle is very high, the hood or the bonnet is very high, you can be guaranteed there's 10 guys hanging off the end of it. It's full. Don't even bother to flag it down because it's not going to stop anyway. What about communications? Being able to keep in touch with your family and friends and relatives back home if you're here in Pattaya for a long time. Well, of course you can use Messenger and WhatsApp, but a lot of elderly people aren't very good and technical and are able to use those services. So if you want to phone home, a good idea is to download Skype, or there are other telephone apps available, but Skype is the one that I use. It's great because you can get your own virtual Skype number, so you can have a number in the UK or in America or Australia, wherever you're based, and it will come directly into your phone, so your mom can phone you or your grandparents, and they'll come straight to you here in Thailand. You can also buy a subscription for various countries around the world, which is very, 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 very cheap, and you can make unlimited calls to mom or granny as you're sitting on the beach here in Pattaya. So Skype is a great idea. And also, what about a VPN, virtual private network? The VPN is a great idea. Not only does it protect your data in a private network when you're using public Wi-Fi over here in Thailand, but also you can access your Netflix account from the UK, which will have more content on it than the local Netflix account here in Thailand. You can also get BBC iPlayer, for example, if you've maybe got a subscription to a streaming network in America or the UK, you can access that. No problem. Over here you can still do that, but sometimes the local sports streaming is in a local language, so it's best for you to watch the streaming services, by the way, which you've already probably paid for and are not using when you're coming over here on holiday or for a long time, a long vacation here in lovely Pattaya. This Pattaya life hack again involves a bank, and this is if you're bringing a credit or debit card from your home country, not in Thailand, into the land of smiles, into here in Pattaya. If you go to the bank's ATM and you make a withdrawal, you will get something like, for a UK bank, a £2.50 charge. Not all banks are the same and not all the charges are the same. Some even offer free withdrawals abroad, but not all of them. But I have been told and confirmed by the bank, certainly here in the Bangkok Bank, that if you take your foreign card inside and make a withdrawal inside the bank rather than using the ATM machine, the charge is waived. So save money, bring your card and of course your identification into the bank. Come early or come late sometimes, because they get very, very busy these days, banks, and you'll be able to save a lot of money with all those banking fees. So there you have it, 10 life hacks just for Pattaya. Whether you're an expat or you're coming here on holiday, there are 10 that you can use. Or maybe you've got some of your own. Or have you got any secret things that you do that either save you money or save you time or make your life better? Let me know in the comments down below, please. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I'll see you at my new bar Milk on Soy Diamond, which is next to my old bar, the pub. Both bars doing well, and I'll see you from 4 PM every day. That is a life hack you don't want to forget. You can come in, have some great conversation, meet some great girls, and eat some fantastic food. So, from me, Mr. Egg, here on Beach Road, we're saying have a great holiday here in Pattaya. See you soon. Bye.